dum 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 dum. We breathe fire, our flames light up the night. Warriors, we don't give up the fight. City lights give life, our strength ignites. Made of fire, waters that inspire. Built to calm the mayhem, magnifier. All Doyenne united and inspired. Do
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. It's kind of like a weird trip, acid trip to be here, because we've seen it so many times, and now we realize it's even smaller than we thought it was. But it's very cozy, and it's even cozier with you guys here, so thank you so much for your presence. And we're playing music from my latest album, which is called Shift by Hombre Volume 2. And this album is very different from anything I've ever done before. Usually I go to the piano, I write some tunes, I rehearse a band, we go out on tour. But this one is very different because I'm a real fan of really good storytelling. But I'm not really a songwriter. So what I wanted to do is enlist some of my favorite songwriter storytellers to provide me with a song, but with their own voices. So I would ask, for example, Dave Matthews, Trent Reznor, who are on the record. We're not playing those songs today, but they are on the album. And I would ask, can you give me a song? It could be new, it could be old, it could be a sketch. Just give me your voice, a click track, and anything else you want to give me, and your permission to completely rework the song in my own way. So I played all the instruments, I produced everything, I edited everything myself, and basically I really wanted to surprise the authors of the songs. So when I would give them the song, they would be shocked by what I did to the song, but I wanted to stay very truthful also to what they gave me. And I got very nervous in the process because, you know, a song is like a baby. So I felt like people were giving me their babies and I was performing plastic surgery on the baby. And then I was giving the baby back with a bigger nose or something like that. But luckily, all the artists were happy with the results. And of course, I enlisted these incredible artists because they are just expert storytellers. And I knew they would provide me with things that are close to me. Very poignant things like prison reform, social justice, women's rights and issues. And I really wanted to experiment what they would say and then transform it into my own way of producing. So the first tune we just played is called Doyenne, which Doyenne means a woman, right, that is at the top of their field. And that was written by, which now I'll take the opportunity to introduce this amazing band, on keyboard, bass, and electric bass, Lex Sadler from Australia. From Japan, on keyboards, effects, piano, and all that crazy stuff, Señor BIGYUKI. And on vocals, floor tom, and doing a lot of amazing stuff with her instrument, Thana Alexa. So the song that we just played was actually composed by Thana and Nicole Soritis and Julia Adamy, which they have a great band that is called Sonica, and they provided me with this song. And now we're going to play one of the most poignant songs of the album. It's called The Bucket, and it was a collaboration with the great Becca Stevens. And Becca grabbed the text from a man named Sterling Cunio, Sterling Cunio had a horrible childhood. And he was involved in a double homicide at age 16. They put him in prison for 2 consecutive life sentences, which was unconstitutional because he was a minor, but they put him in prison anyway. And there, he spent, out of like 27 years in prison, 9 of them in solitary confinement. So he had to learn how to cope with his situation, how to also repay his debt to society, and he learned to read poetry, write poetry, teach others to do the same. And he wrote this incredible text that Becca found. And thanks to the fact that Becca's husband, who is also a great musician, Nate Schramm, has a foundation that brings music to prisons, we were able to locate Sterling inside prison in the Oregon State Penitentiary because we needed to ask for his permission to use his words. So we managed to get on the phone with him while he was still inside, and we showed him the song through the phone just to get his blessing. And he was very touched, of course, that we use his words. He gave us permission, and it was just how fate works. That his sentence was just commuted by the governor of Oregon last November, because he did so much good inside prison that they commuted his sentence, and now he's a free man, and he's helping others readjust to civilian life after he's been in prison. So it's just a really beautiful redemption story, I think, and the words are really, really poignant. So this is called The Bucket. Thank you so much.
In these concrete tools that most call cells, resistance becomes survival. Oh, art and creativity enable some to transcend negativity. Oh, barren environment, void of stimuli, one makes a garden of his mind. Sunday comics and coffee-stained toothbrushes. We paint bright murals inside of dark tombs. Monk-like meditation reveals inner alchemy necessary to transform tombs to monasteries. Indomitable will creates artistry out of sufferance. Even with handcuffs on wrist, we can build beauty from inside the belly of the beast and throw peace signs at the prison industrial complex. Resistance is survival, and love our salvation. Resistance is survival, and love our salvation.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. And now we're going to close with a tune from an amazing artist named Ana Tijoux. She's from Chile. She's a hip-hop artist. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with her. And the story with her was really funny because I'm a huge fan of hers, and I asked her for a song, but she wanted to write something new for the record. So she said, can you just send me a drum beat? So I sent her, what I thought would be cool for her to do something over. And her life was very complicated at the moment. She was going between, I think, Paris and Barcelona and Chile, and it was a lot for her. So I kept telling her, when can I have the song? And then she said, okay, I think in a couple of weeks I'll have it ready. So 2 weeks would come by, and she didn't have it. I was like, Anna, when do you think it might be ready? Just give me 1 more week. And it kept getting delayed until I had to tell her, Anna, I'm so sorry, I love you, but if I don't get the song next week, I'm not going to be able to put it on the record. And she said, okay, I give you mi palabra, my word that you're going to have it. I swear, I give you my word. And then a week later, I opened my computer and there was a file, and the name of the song was Mi Palabra. So the whole song was about, her word and the word of a woman, and it is just an incredible thing that she did. So thank you again all for being here. It's an incredible honor to be part of this. Thank you, Bob. Thank you all the staff that works here to make it so cool and beautiful and an experience for us. And please put your hands together one more time for Lex Sadler. BIGYUKI. Thana Alexa.
And Antonio Sánchez.
Thank you so much. So we're Antonio Sánchez and Hombre, and this song is called Mi Palabra by the great Ana Tijoux.
Mi palabra. Mi palabra. Mi palabra. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra tiene un arma. Tiene un disparo, una muerta de una crónica anunciada. Lo que le empalma es el beso de verso, soplando la calma de Thana, mirando con ojitos de mañana. Mi palabra tiene fuego. Tiene voz de terciopelo y una flama que por dentro solo busca apagar su maldito ego, convirtiendo este volcán completo en lava dulce de brasa y hielo. Mi palabra es murmullo, un canto diminuta, una muerte, un luto, punto parte dentro de este absoluto. Es un tono justo mundo cuyo fruta alimenta mi oído al minuto. Mi palabra tiene orquesta, lleva bombo y caja tatuada como grieta. De versos sin mayor respuesta, son fracturas expuestas, son dolencias que por dentro siempre la despierta. Mi palabra es. 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 Mi palabra vive sola. Se enrola piola, no espero la rola. Si le mola, te llama o no. No gusta de lo social, no se relaciona. Ella es así según según lo que le emociona. Mi palabra es espesa, a veces le pesa si tú la besas. Esa ha escondido bajo la mesa, esa es su mayor pena cuando se confianza. Mi palabra es. 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 Bajo paraguas de besos y de huesos. La guerra nunca se acaba, siempre se burla de los amantes difusos. Porque mi amor, juntos somos más tristes y eso es la más compleja de nuestras evidencias y de nuestras palabras. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra, mi palabra. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra tiene brotes que la afloran del alma, que la desporan, llenan de devor en silencio, proporcionan apagar miedo que la azotan. Cuidado, mi palabra justo explota. Mi palabra tiene un hilo entre kilo y un kilo del poema en sigilo, una pilona, locura del hilo, niño escondido entre su escrito. Cuidado, palabra suspiro. Palabra es. Mi 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 palabra, mi palabra. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra. Mi palabra es. Mi palabra. Mi palabra. Mi palabra. La mi palabra. Mi palabra. Mi palabra. Mi palabra es mi palabra. Mi palabra. No. Mi palabra. Mi palabra es.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thana Alexa, BIGYUKI, Lex Sadler. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Go back to work. Do something.